Welcome back to Serving the Valley. Today we focus on a new event. It's never been done here in the Cedar Valley. It's called Ignite the Cancer Conversation. It's a very important event, and joining me now here are two guests to tell us more about it, Bonnie Sadler and Kristen Teig-Torres. First, why don't you introduce yourselves and why you're involved, why you're passionate about this organization, Beyond Pink Team, and this event that's going to take off and really help spread some awareness for this disease.
Sure. My name is Kristen Teig-Torres, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2009. And after I completed my treatment, I slowly got involved here in the Cedar Valley with the Beyond Pink team, but really what sparked my interest was going out and becoming an advocate and an activist for the National Breast Cancer Coalition, which is the advocacy arm of the Beyond Pink team. And I have really found a passion to make sure we educate people about the realities of what breast cancer really is and how we can find a cure for it. Also talking to our legislators about how they can make an impact, because it will take everyone to solve the problem. So personally, I was affected, but now I really feel like it's my call to do something about it. And I've watched, unfortunately, friends of mine pass away from this disease, and I'm really getting tired of that.
Well, thank you for sharing your story and for doing your part to help continue to find a way to cure this. Bonnie, how about you? Why are you involved, and why is this an event that you're really excited to bring to the Cedar Valley here?
Well, I'm Bonnie Sadler, and I lost my nephew to brain cancer at age 34. And so he had a wife and two small children. And 2.5 months after he passed, my sister was diagnosed with brain cancer. So I know other people have gone through this horrible situation, and I would just I just want to end it and wish no one that suffering.
Yeah.
So
Everyone knows someone, either themselves, a family member, friends, and it's definitely important to advocate for it, to raise money to find a cure.
Yes.
But so what is this event, Ignite the Cancer Conversation? A conversation is good. Why is it at the PIPAC Center here in the Cedar Valley, and what can people expect if they attend?
Well, we want to have a cancer conversation with anyone who has been affected by cancer, and of course that's pretty much everyone. It doesn't matter what type of cancer. It did kind of come out of our group of advocates that do go out to the National Summit in DC for the National Breast Cancer Coalition. We started kind of the ball rolling, but we brought in other groups, we brought in other people to make sure that it's not just about breast cancer, that it's about all cancers. But we need to start having conversations, because so far we haven't found the cure. And we need to get as many different stakeholders involved in a conversation so we can find that innovative, somewhat of a silver bullet answer that can really, really change the conversation and get something done about it.
And Bonnie, we have a graphic here that talks about who this event is for. It's not like you have to be a female. It's not like you have to have been impacted. The list on your screen there, really, anyone and everyone should show up and be a part of this conversation.
yes, anyone that's affected by cancer, anyone that wants to end cancer. So medical professionals, general public, caregivers, survivors. There is going to be CEUs given for nurses as well.
Okay.
So we want everyone to attend.
And the event, April 7th, 2016, from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Park Place Event Center. And who's going to be speaking, Kristen, at the event, and why is it important to bring in some doctors, bring in some people who know this very well?
Yes, we have Dr. Keith Knutson coming. He is from Mayo Clinic, and we have been fortunate, some of us who have been out to the National Breast Cancer Coalition Summit have seen him speak before. He is fantastic. He is on the cutting edge of immunology, so he's going to bring his expertise and kind of give an overview of where those developments are at. And then we also have Dr. George Weiner he's the director of the Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center at the U of I, and he's coming up to speak. So we have some very powerful national speakers coming to this event to bring their expertise to help educate our Cedar Valley public on what we're doing right now as far as cancer care and cancer advancements.
It's definitely an event. If you attend, you are going to learn a lot.
Absolutely.
But it's also important after you hear all of this information, you have a nice meal to kind of debrief, talk about it. Bonnie, what's that going to look like? We're breaking into groups and having different conversations.
We will have a few more short speakers. Senator Grassley will speak about how public policy will work in with this, as well as a couple other speakers. And then we're going to talk at our tables. We're going to have the conversation at our tables and go through what we can do. And so this is going to be the next step. What are we going to do now? We've heard all the research. We've heard what is from the government policy side. So now we want to know what we can do to end cancer.
Yeah. And Kristen, you have talked to legislatures, you have been advocating. What are you hearing when you do have those conversations? Obviously, with Senator Chuck Grassley coming to the event, that speaks well that he's going to be doing his part to advocate as well.
Definitely. Luckily for our state, we have really good support for our initiatives, but that's not the case all across the country, and it's also not the case if nothing ever moves forward. It's great to have support, but then we need to have action. And right now, if we get enough people, we're looking at it right now, we're in a political year, you need to have people step up and speak up to make something happen. And we can't just have people, just like the Beyond Pink team doesn't want any more awareness. We're all perfectly aware this is happening. We're all aware that there's a disease. No more buying ribbons. We need to actually have something happen to make a change and to end the disease.
Very important, very important. And in those conversations, that's why as this event wraps up and you're having these roundtable discussions, it's important to have people of all different business sectors and ages to try and move the conversation forward. And Bonnie, what would you say to someone who's maybe watching this thinking, I don't know, maybe I'll go, maybe not. What's a big reason why you think they should invest a couple of hours, $25 to learn more and to be a part of this Ignite the Cancer Conversation event?
Everyone has a story and everyone has an idea. So it's really getting together and sharing those ideas and figuring out what the next step can be. So everyone has valid input into this. We need to hear from every side of the aisle, from the nursing, physicians, medical administrators, caregivers, and patient survivors, so that we can understand the whole story and what we can do to make a difference.
Very good. Well, Kristen, this is very timely. Vice President Biden talking about leading a new national mission, a moonshot to cure cancer. 2020, it's an ambitious goal.
Yes.
Why this Ignite Cancer Conversation so important to have here in 2016?
Well, again, it's going to take someone just thinking outside of the box to get this done. And we need the power of the people behind it to get it done, because we can solve problems in this world. We can get things done, but before we lose any more family members, any more loved ones, we need to start this ball rolling. And why not start it right here in the Cedar Valley? We could maybe set the example for the rest of the nation and the rest of the world on how we can start pushing forward and getting some of these answers and saving lives.
And you can see the information on screen. Go to the website, give them a call. Definitely make sure that you are there at the Park Place Event Center in Cedar Falls, April 7th, 2016 from 5 to 8. Bonnie, I know a lot of planning goes into any event. This has been something that your organization has talked about for quite a while to try and pull this off. It's all volunteers getting this done, and how wonderful will it be when the night is finally here and you can have the conversation.
Exactly, yes.
And Kristen, what about your thoughts? We had Bonnie talk about just her reasoning why she wants people to come. What's your sales pitch to viewers who are watching this, trying to decide?
I want people to come, and I want people to, even if they think that, oh, I'm not going to make a difference, or no, this is not normally my thing, to come in and have conversations at tables. You can add to the conversation and just come in and listen and be educated as well. If you feel like you're not the person who wants to step out in front of a crowd or anything like that, that's okay.
That's fine.
This is still an event for you, because then you can pass on the information to those people that you do know in your life who are more outgoing and more on the front lines of things. So it really is for everybody. It's for all personality types. It's for anyone who knows somebody that is struggling or has struggled, or they've lost somebody. We need you there. We need you to help us solve this.
So the Ignite Cancer Conversation event, ticket information again, it'll be $25 for you to get in the door and be a part of it. You get a nice dinner, you get to hear from some outstanding speakers, and you get to be a part of the conversation as looking for ways to try and cure cancer and being a part of the Beyond Pink Team organization going on. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for sharing your story and talking about why you are involved, why you are passionate. I know that this event will be here before you know it, and I hope that it's something that is wonderful and rewarding. And who knows, maybe it's something that happens in 2017 and in the future here. It's great for our community to have events like this and to carry on the conversation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for bringing it to everyone's attention.
Thank
Yes,
you so
we
much.
appreciate that.
And best of luck to you.
All right.
Thank you.
And that will do it. Again, for Serving the Valley, I'm Eric Braley. So long from Channel 15.